Yo, what is up, guys? Back with another video. Woo! All right, so like we cannot be lazy because laziness is just like if you want to like, for example, this happened recently. So there's someone that's lazy, but I still prayed for them. But after like the thing happened, she didn't get accepted, and I was so, and I was and as I think of it right now, laziness, like I think it says in Proverbs chapter 3 verse 4, 13 verse 4, it says, the soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. So I think this means, if I'm wrong, leave in the comments, but I think this means that the soul, the person that just wants but doesn't put in the work, that person shall not get that what he wants and shall have nothing. But the person that is diligent, which the person that works, I think, shall be made fast. So I think this means like if you putting in the work, you're gonna reap the fruits of your labor. I think that's what it means. Proverbs chapter 13 verse 4. If it's not, leave it in the comments. But let's go over this verse. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 10. It says, for even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat. If a man doesn't work, he shall not eat. So if you're not working, you're not gonna eat. You're not gonna eat if you're not putting any type of. You're not like trying to like go to the gym or work for Christ, work for God, or just do any works. You're not gonna eat. And if you're eating right now and you're not doing any works, eventually in the future you're gonna find yourself homeless or you're just very at the low bottom, barely being able to afford your apartment, because you didn't want to put in the works. You didn't want to do the hours of working. So that's 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 10. So we cannot be lazy because the lazy people are not going to succeed in life. And Proverbs chapter 18 verse 9. He also that is slothful in his work is brother to him that is a great waster. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 9. Let's see if there's any more. I'm at the King James Bible verses about laziness. What I searched up. Okay, so Proverbs chapter 20 verse 13. This is something that I was doing. I'm trying to stop, or either I stopped doing recently. It's okay if you do on a Sabbath day. That's what I think. That's what I believe. Because it's a day of rest. But look, love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty. Open thine eyes, and thou shalt be satisfied with bread. So so this means that if you're finding yourself in poverty, are you always sleeping? Like, are you waking up at 12 and then at 1 or 2 you decide to play the instrument so people can pay you money while you're on the streets? Or are you waking up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m.? I will say 11 a.m. at max if you're like working and you're like up at 2 a.m. But like if you were like asleep at like before midnight, or if you went to sleep before 11 o'clock, you should wake up like max like 9 or 10, or 8 or 9 or something like that. The max. You can wake up at 6, because we cannot be lazy, because laziness is just like, let's say there's person A, person B. Person B is lazy, person A is a hard worker. They can't relate. They can't be friends because it's spiritual. Just like how you used to like a girl back then when you were like in of the world, had a spirit of lust, and you just like that girl, and then 2 years later you're strong. You found your masculine energy. Just for the brothers, you found your masculine energy and you're ready, and you just have the confidence. You got the energy. God gives you the energy, and same intention also gives you energy, because when you're not wasting your seat at a phone screen or a computer screen or whatever the case. That woman that you were used to lust after her, or used to like admire at, it's like the complete opposite. It's like, what? I used to like that girl? Wait, what? Bro, what was I thinking back then? You're gonna be like that. And that's growth. That's growth. When you're like, oh, why did I do that? And you're laughing it off like something you did 2 years later, that is growth. Because you're laughing at it off and you're like, I can't believe I used to do that and all that stuff. You're laughing it off. You're laughing it off. So go Proverbs chapter 6 verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise. What does an ant do? The ant let's say let's say I'm not sure how the ant does, but I think this is what it does, so I'm gonna say it. Let's say the ant. It's let's say it's summer. No, it's fall. It's fall, and yeah, it's fall, and like October, September, November, and they're preparing before winter comes. So let's say they're working that whole season. They're working that whole season, and while they're working for that whole season, they're making sure they got food and stuff like that, and making sure they got a place to stay. So when the next season comes, winter, when it's cold outside, they're gonna be chilling. They're gonna be chilling in the tree, just relaxing, or chilling somewhere where they're gonna stay safe because they weren't lazy. It's like building your house on a rock, not on sand. When you build it on a rock, you're not gonna fall away. You're still gonna be walking this narrow path. But when you build it on sand, I think this happens to many people who are called but not chosen. They build it on sand, and then when trials tribulations come, they just give up and just go back to Satan and just become a reprobated mind. So, and I think that happens to most of them. So this is why many are called pure chosen. Like, think about it. Like, God chose you over 7 billion people in the world. Well, that's the number they gave us. But if that's true, that's like more rare than becoming a professional soccer player, becoming an NBA professional thingy, uh, uh, basketball player. That's more rare. It's more rare than going to school for like 8 to 12 years and then becoming a doctor. That's more rare than that. And you could be homeless. You could be living your worst life, smoking, hitting the blunt, chasing females, wasting your life. You could be doing that. But the minute God calls you, everything changes. The Holy Spirit comes upon you. Okay, you gotta change. You gotta change for the better. You gotta stop watching the websites. You gotta stop playing with yourself. Stop chasing females. Stop having woman. Just don't make woman your god. Don't do that. That's pretty much beta male. Beta male. Not. That's just, you don't want to make woman your just. It's like it's always on your mind. Like woman's always on your mind. Like you're always thinking about woman. Like, bro, that's unmasculine. That's beta male. That's, you don't want to do that. Cause that's simp. That's simp energy. Simp, and I think that happens most for the people who are, to most people who are of the world, who have the spirit of lust, chasing females, just being from one relationship to the other relationship, and boom, meaningless relationships. You know, like I don't have a girlfriend, and I'm young. And I remember this PE coach told me, "You saw your girlfriend this weekend," and I told him, "I don't got a girlfriend," and he said, "Smart choice." And I see he's smart about that. He's wise about that because, like I'm young. I'm not like in like college or something like that. Like I didn't even complete high school. I'm not gonna say too much because of YouTube, but you know what I mean. Like I'm young, but I'm not dumb. So I think true seeker of Jesus, he says something like about that, like he's young but he's not dumb. And hey, that's true. When you ask God for wisdom, when you ask God to help you, he will help you. He'll give you wisdom. So we cannot be lazy because just think about it. Like you're gonna stay in your bed, wake up, shower, be in your bed, play video games for 9 hours a day, eat, sleep, repeat. Or if you got school, it's just just go to school, eat, and then eat lunch, and then go to PE, then come back after school, and then do your homework, and then play video games, and then sleep, and then repeat. Like, bro, that's Matrix. Like that, doesn't that sound like a Matrix system to you? Because we're living in the Matrix, but people don't know. Because in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3 to 4, if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds which believe not, unless the glorious gospel should shine unto them of Christ, or something like that. But I know that it says, in whom the God of this world, Satan's a God. He's not the Most High God, but he is a God, because there's people that worship him. And just like with the Oreo cookie, I think I heard that the people who consume an image of the Oreo cookie are actually worshiping Satan, because it has the Leviathan cross on it in the middle, if you actually look closely to it. And if you don't know how the Leviathan cross looks like, just search it up and then compare it to your Oreo cookie, and you'll be like, and don't eat Oreos ever again. Don't eat Oreos ever again. Just don't. Not even. I wouldn't recommend eating the Oreos that are off brand, which doesn't have the Leviathan cross, because they're like Oreo cookies. They're not good for you. And yeah, every now and then, but like cookies, Oreo cookies, never. But the off-brand ones, and you make sure there's no Leviathan cross on it, every now and then, okay. But like, but just let's just keep it real. Like, we don't want to keep eating junk food. Like, even if it's every now and then, you might not like. It's like after a point of time, you're gonna be like, you're probably not gonna be like so like of junk food, like food that doesn't profit. Like, there's food that tastes good and it's healthy for you. There's food that tastes good and it's healthy for you. You don't have to eat the food that tastes good but doesn't that's just bad for you. That has just trans fat and just GMO, a bunch of GMO. And yes, there's times where I eat GMO food because like I don't really do my like research on GMO, which I should do, but maybe in the future. But for me, since I'm young, I can like it's not that so strict of my eating habits, but I can't just be eating and not exercising because I used to have this gluttony thingy and I didn't even know until God showed me. And I believe gluttony is when you just eat. You're always eating, and you're not doing any exercise, not doing any like things to build strength, not doing anything to build strength. You're not you're not doing push-ups, you're not doing abs, you're not, or if you can't get abs right now because you have a like fat belly, let's just be honest. Because there's some of you who have a fat belly, I'm just being honest, but there's some of you who have a slim belly. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. The truth, because the truth is the truth. I'd rather someone tell me the truth than someone will lie to me. Because if someone tells me the truth, I can change. If someone tells me a lie, if someone tells me a lie, how am I supposed to change if that's not the truth? I'll just keep. If like, let's say you see someone in sin and you don't tell them anything, then blood will be on your hands. Like your family, your friends, or if you don't got friends because you followed Christ and all your friends went away, your acquaintances, your friends that turned into acquaintances, which happened to me. I had a bunch of friends, but they turned into acquaintances. I literally got 0 friends. The only friends I have is Jesus Christ and God. And I have brothers and sisters, like siblings and family. My friends went ghost. Or if they didn't go ghost, they're acquaintances now. And I'm okay with that. I actually wanted that, and I have it now. So, woo! Let's go. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching this video. We cannot be lazy because being lazy is not gonna get you anywhere in life. Even if, just in general, even if it doesn't have to do with anything, like even if you're not walking in your own path, and you want to be a soccer player, you gotta put in the work. Basketball player, put in the work. Doctor, put in the work. Professional athlete, put in the work. What's your dream job in life? Put in the work. Even if it's YouTube gaming, you still gotta put in the work. Editing the videos, getting the thumbnails in, just put in the work. Even with Christ and God, if you want God to bless you, put in the work. If you want Jesus Christ to help you, put in the work. If you want God to deliver you from a sin, put in the work. Put in the work. God's not gonna choose a lazy person, because if He chooses a lazy person, like they're not gonna do the will of God because they're lazy. They're not gonna do anything. How can God choose someone who's lazy? How can God choose someone if they're not willing to put in the work? If they're not willing to at least try to keep His commandments, strive to keep His commandments, who's battling, who's struggling, but he still has a heart for God and still just trying. He gives more grace to that person than to the person who's prideful, arrogant, and who's lazy at the same time, but he tries to appear not to be lazy to other people, but like when behind closed doors, he's just always lazy, and he doesn't want to do any work. God will give more grace to the person who's trying to put in the work, who's trying to keep God's 10 commandments, who's trying to keep His laws, statutes, and commandments. He's gonna give more grace to him because he put in the work. So thank you guys for watching. Put in the work. We gotta put in the work. Even it goes for everything. It goes for God, Jesus Christ. It goes for the Bible. It goes for the Holy Spirit. It goes for professional soccer player. It goes for many things. Many things in life. If you want an A, if you want to pass your end of course exam, which is like the big test at the end to see if you pass. Like if you want to pass that big test so you can go to the next grade, or just not have intensive reading or intensive math, put in the work, study, like I did. I remember in algebra, I just copied mostly like the whole year, but like 2 to 3 weeks before, I think around that, before the test, before the EOC, I was studying like crazy, and I passed. So see, like I put in the work. I studied. When you put in the work, it could be reading the Bible. Studies to show us I have proven to God. So when you're reading the Bible, put in the work. You're putting in the work. Faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. James chapter 2 verse 26. For as many with the Spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also. James chapter 2 verse 26. So we have to put in the work. We cannot be lazy out here, because you're not gonna get anywhere in life if you're lazy, if you're slothful, if you just lazy. If you're lazy, man. So thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.